Everyone talks about grinding in your 20s, whether that's starting a business, investing, building your career, getting in shape, or finding a purpose. But nobody talks about the anxiety that comes with feeling broke while trying to figure life out. That feeling where you check your bank account too often, you wonder if you're falling behind. Everyone online looks like they're already successful. And the reality is, a lot of people in their 20s are dealing with this silently. The pressure of your 20s. Your 20s are weird because everything is uncertain at this time. I know for me, I have this false expectation that I need to build a career. I need to become financially stable. I need to figure out my friend relationships, my significant other relationship. I need to invest for the future. And somehow, all while doing this, enjoy life at the same time. And social media makes it even worse. I see people buying their houses, or people driving nice cars, or people claiming they made $100,000 online. But the reality is, what you don't see is the debt, the stress, the failed businesses, and the anxiety about money. The truth is, most people are figuring it out as they go. I know for me, I'm truly trying to figure this all out. Again, I'm 24. I work as a first responder and have a full-time job, but I'm also still struggling at the same time. I'm no more perfect than any other human. I make mistakes daily. Now, these mistakes are what makes me grow. It's what challenges me. I honestly love making mistakes. That's where I feel like I learn the most. If I was just successful all the time, I wouldn't have any challenge. I wouldn't be where I am here today. Now, the next thing I want to get into is the broke anxiety cycle. There's something I call broke anxiety. And it's this idea that you're not necessarily being broke. It's the fear of staying broke. Now, this usually looks like you feel behind financially. So you start to push yourself to work even harder. And then you start to consume more content, whether this is on YouTube, TikTok, whatever social media platform about success. And then you begin to compare yourself to others and you start to feel overwhelmed, and then you burn out. And then you begin to question everything about your life, whether this is your career, your direction, your progress, just like your moral compass. And I believe a lot of people hit this cycle in their early to mid 20s. And now for me, honestly, I hit this when I was graduating out of college. I hit that broke anxiety cycle where I just started consuming content and trying to compare my life to others. Why don't I have these things? And I begin just to get overwhelmed, talked about it, and you just burn out. But you need to realize you are your own person. You have your own life to live for, right? And you ultimately, there's no need to compare to anybody else because they're all going through the same thing, whether it's those stressors or mistakes or their direction or their progress. The only person that can change your life is you. Now, burnout in your 20s. Burnout isn't just something that happens at 40. It happens when you're constantly operating in survival mode, whether you're in a hypervigilant state constantly. The signs of your burnout in your 20s, this is the feeling of exhaustion, even when you're not doing much, or you lose motivation for the goals you used to care about, feeling like you're always behind, or overthinking every financial decision. The problem is people think, I just need to grind harder. But in reality, sometimes this problem isn't effort. It's pressure without perspective. Now, the truth about financial progress, something that helped me mentally was realizing this. Your 20s are more about trajectory than status. A lot of people think success means having a house, making six figures, completing financial freedom. But in reality, your 20s are really for building new skills, learning how money works, how money can work for you, and figuring out what you're actually good at. The biggest advantage you have in your 20s is truly time. And I'm going to say that again. Your biggest advantage you have in your 20s is time. Every small progress compounds, whether it's developing a new skill, working out, figuring out what hobbies you enjoy, whatever that may be. And some examples of that are just learning about investing early, building side income, avoiding bad debt, whether this is a car or a house, whatever it may be, and developing discipline. Those things matter more than looking successful early. Now, here's my biggest recommendation on how to avoid burning out. If you're dealing with broke anxiety, a few things that actually help. Stop comparing your timeline. Everyone's financial life moves at different speeds. regardless of your age. Again, I'm 24, right? Regardless if you're 32, you're 42. Stop comparing yourself. You are on your own timeline. Like I said, this life is your life. You can change your life regardless of where you're at. And focus on systems instead of outcomes. Whether this is saving consistently, you're learning new skills, you're improving your discipline. And number 3, reduce the noise. There is so much content about success. It can actually increase your anxiety whether you're consuming this content about all the success, and it just increases your anxiety, right? And just accept that progress is slow. Real financial stability, it takes years, and it just doesn't happen in seconds or days or months. Now, the biggest lie about your 20s is that you're supposed to have everything figured out. And let me tell you, I'm the first one to know this. You're not. You're supposed to experiment, fail, learn, adjust, feel anxious about money. Sometimes is normal, but that doesn't mean you're failing. You're making progress, you're learning, and you're staying disciplined. You're already ahead of most people. If you're in your 20s trying to build something while figuring life out, you're not alone. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to comment and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.